Hi guys. That always sounds funny every time I say it. Hi guys. Hi guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a while. You guys I've just been zooming in and zooming out like that for a period. But I mean, we'll be back fully soon, hopefully, by God's grace. But today, like, I don't have any outline today. Like normally I'll have like outlines, what I want to talk about, the points I have and all of that. But today I think I just want to say like from my heart basically, and no, not from my heart, as the Holy Spirit like gives me utterance and all of that. But like today I just want to talk about faith basically. Like, when I was thinking of what to call this, like what came to my mind was this faith walk, and I guess that's what I'll title this faith walk, like when you walk God, this Nigerian accent, walk, whatever guys, but like when you're moving from one place to the other. So this faith walk basically, and today I thought about how it's easier said than done. First of all, like, you tell people, or you hear, like, you got to trust in God, have faith, God is going to come through, and all of these amazing things. But I realized that it's one of the easiest things and one of the easiest thing and one of the hardest thing to do. For me, it's two ways. Sometimes it's just easy, like, yeah, it sounds pretty easy, and truthfully that's it, like pretty easy, the way that a child would trust the father, or someone that promises them something and they're like legit asking you, how you have those, if you have a child or a niece or a nephew or even cousin, and you tell them, okay, when next I see you, I'll give you this, or I'll buy you this, and then that's the only thing they're reminding you of every time they talk to you, every time you call, every time they see you, and you get so frustrated sometimes. You're just like, yeah, take and let me rest, right? That simple innocent asking, like they don't even know that, they don't know how you're going to do it, they just want it. Yeah, sometimes that's simple, and sometimes not as simple, because you focus on you take your eyes off the simplicity, and you put your focus on the complexity. Oh, feeling that. Oh my god, guys, I'm so serious. So you take your eyes off the how simple it can be, and then you put your focus on the what ifs, the it's not going well, it's not going right. But honestly, like, I've been, when I was in uni, I had fit work, like in terms of trusting God for my academics, trusting God for my exams, trusting God for my tests, just trusting God for things basically. But I think that as we grow, obviously as you grow, you have bigger experiences, maybe bigger or just more things to trust God about, or more serious things to trust God about, as you enter different phases of life. And as I finished uni, and getting into like real world and all of that, it's just like, whoa, you guys didn't say all of this, but learning to trust basically, yeah. And I've just realized that we need God, to be honest. Like, to have faith is not something that you can have on your own. Like, you can't just say, I have faith by myself. You need God to help you have faith. That's what I have realized. Like, because it's so easy to say, oh, I'm trusting God. Are you like really trusting God for that thing? And I know that there are like so many distractions, so many things that could come through. Like, I've been in situations whereby I was trusting God for something for like a period of time, and then somebody just comes and then gets that thing in like a very short period, and it's like, God, what's going on? And that's when you start feeling like, oh, didn't I pray enough? Didn't I fast enough? And you're like, oh, I fasted, I prayed. Or you now remember that maybe one day God told you to fast and you didn't fast. And you're like, oh, maybe that's why I didn't get it. And the devil just gets different types of thoughts in your head. And then you're just miserable and sad and angry with God and like so many things. But also, I have experienced God come through like that. I've experienced situations that there was nothing anybody could have done for me. There was nothing, well, maybe sometimes when it was my husband and I, there was nothing anybody could have done for us. And sometimes I was me, there was nothing that my husband could have done for me. And it was only God that could have come through for me. Like, you know, they say that thing that when you're at the end of yourself, like there's God. Like, so I guess this is just to encourage somebody. I don't have it all figured out, trust me. I'm trusting God on so many things, but I've seen him do seemingly little things in my life. And it's like, if God can do this supposedly unimportant things, then he can come through in the very major things. Like, it can blow my mind in the big things. If he can do it in the small things, he can do it in the big things. The testimony of Jesus is the spirit of prophecy. It means that what he did for another person, he can do it again and again and over and over and over again. So one thing I do when I am trusting God for something is that I try to listen to people's testimonies that trusted God for that thing and got it, right? And there's another thing that my pastor taught us to do is that when you're trusting God for something, start practicing the testimony. Start practicing how you share the testimony when you have it. It just helps. It doesn't do it. It's you. It helps. It's not like you're doing God a favor. It helps you to put your mind and everything in the right space. So you're not in that place of doubt. You're not in that place of, yeah, the what ifs might come up once in a while, but you get up and you share that testimony to yourself in the mirror. Practice it and you share the testimony. When, so many things, honestly, that I've trusted God for, sometimes I just Google testimonies on this and it pops up like so many YouTube videos for me. Or I go straight to YouTube video and I just type whatever it is that I'm trusting God for. Let's say, for example, supernatural childbirth, rather. I just type it in and I see like so many Christians' testimonies of how God did that same thing for them, like amazingly. And I just came to that, like the same God that did that can do it for me also. So it doesn't matter how long it's going to take, I'm going to find strength in him, like every single day. Like, these words I'm saying is not just for someone, like it's really encouraging me also, because you just every day you need to trust God. Like, I don't know how I would survive if not, for God and just, coming through like back to back every single day. And then people look at you and feel like, oh, she's got this all figured out. Man, I don't know what I'm doing half of the time, But there's my God that knows everything. He knows my future, he knows my present, he knows my past, right? So every single day, like, just living, basically trusting him. And that's not to say that I get it right every single time. There are times that I forget to obey. Yes, there are times I actually forget to obey. There are times it tells me do something and I forget and I don't do it and I feel bad, and then maybe that thing does not now work out. I'm like, hey, it's because I did not pray. Hey, it's because I did not fast. Hey, it's because this. Hey, it's because that. Right? So many times, plenty times. It still happened to me, like recently. So, but learning to trust, when a child is learning to walk, they'll fall sometimes, they'll crawl sometimes, and they'll walk, until they actually learn. And even we as adults, sometimes, even when you're walking on the road, you reach your leg on a stone or something, you'll be like, how did I say that stone? Or something. Or even when you're driving, you enter one pothole and you're like, where did that one come from, right? So it's inevitable, right? But what I'm just trying to say today is embrace the faith walk. Start to trust God in the little things. Like, I don't know, just little things, right? I don't know what little things for me might not be little things for you, and vice versa. But trusting God in the things that you know, you don't have transport money for the next day, you don't have food. Like trusting God for those little things, like, God, I'm hungry, I have not eaten and I need to eat, please provide for me. And trust him. Like, oh my God, I've experienced it like so many times. Like, I have a deadline to maybe pay for something, right? And as at few hours to that time or a day to that time, we don't have that money. Like, we don't have that money. And then I just realized that day has come and the thing has been paid. It's not magic. Trust me, it's not magic. Sometimes out of the blue, someone just sends us money, or one job just comes in, or sometimes they even extend the date of that thing we're supposed to pay for. Like, just, God, one thing that I can just say, and I think that a lot of us can say, so far in our lives, no matter how long, how short, or how whatever it is, that you feel you want to classify your life as, God has been faithful. Like, God has not put us to shame. Like, when I was speaking with my friend today, and we're just talking back up, and I was like, one thing I'm just certain of is that God will not let us be put to shame. Like, I'm so confident about it. Like, I'm so confident about it. Like, God will not put us to shame. Like, He's too faithful to fail. So I just want to encourage you this week. Trust your maker, trust your father, the one that made you, has kept you up until this moment. He is able to sustain you. So whatever it is that you're trusting God for this week, find testimonies about that thing you're going through. If you even know people, just let it sink in, right? Let your testimonies just sink in into your head, and thank the God that did that. That as He did it for them, He will do it for you. And then now worship Him, praise Him, for you know that it will happen for you too. It doesn't matter how long, right? It's going to happen, and that's at the right time. The Bible says that God makes everything beautiful in His time. So just trust that at the right time, the things that look impossible are possible. Like, gosh, so many things I'm experiencing in my life right now that if they told me last year that I was going to be experiencing it, I'd be like, I beg you. Because it was like, like, there's no connection, bro. Like, but I'm right there, like right in the middle of that testimony. And even for every single one of us, like, the thing, what you're experiencing right now, you legit prayed for it like some years back, right? And you're experiencing it right now. But the devil will so magnify the things you don't have, that you fail to see where you are at the moment, to see that where you are is an answered prayer. So thank God for where you are, and then thank Him that it has brought you this far. It will bring you to that future. That thing that you're expecting, it will make it happen, and it will make it happen beautifully big. Like, it would be like, oh my God, this is really, really happening. Somebody pinch me, right? And you'd experience the joy, the happiness that you imagined would come with it, and no sorrow will be mixed with it. Because I know this Bible verse in Yoruba. I don't know it in English. But I think, yeah, okay, so let me try to translate it literally. It says that the blessings of the Lord make it rich and added no sorrow. Yeah. So that's it. It's going to be beautiful, and it's going to be everything that you expected. So this week, walk with God. See, even if you're crawling, I'm telling you, even if you're crawling like a tortoise, like a sloth, what's that animal that is like pretty slow, even if you're like just moving one step at a time, just make sure you are moving. Make sure that God is leading you. Just see, God does not need you to be like strong. I can do this. I'm a big girl. I'm a big boy. God just needs you to say, God, just help me. Because His strength is magnified in our weakness. So you don't have to have it together. I'm telling you, you don't have to. I don't have it together. I don't know people that have it together. Trust me. People that I thought had it together, they don't. They just have a God that leads them. That's it. So just trust God this week. Trust God this week. trust God this week. It will come through. See, even if it's a little prayer, God help me to trust you. If you feel like there's been doubts in your heart, ask God to help me trust you. I do that all the time. Sometimes so much doubts in my mind, I can't even see the testimony. But I just ask God, God, please help me. Take away this doubt and just help me to trust you. And then one day at a time, one day at a time, one worship experience at a time, one prayer at a time, one Bible study at a time, I realized that I'm actually trusting God for that thing. I realized I can't find the doubt anymore. I realized that I'm not afraid of that thing anymore. So I just want to encourage you, encourage myself also. Like, just trust God this week and it will come through for you. And I'm really rooting for you. I pray that God grants your heart desires and it just comes through big, like it blows your mind this week. Have a beautiful, beautiful testimony filled week. Happy New Month, guys. It's not too late to say that, right? All right, guys. Mwah!